Our next guest is a Tony-nominated and Emmy-winning actress you know from her work on the hit series Abbott Elementary, which airs Wednesday nights on ABC. Let's take a look.
Ooh, this look is a slay, Mrs. Howard. It's giving grade A baddie.
Well, period to that. I could never do this on my own every day, but it's nice to see what I could look like. Thank you. Oh. Gerald, honey, grab your gaiters, because we are going out tonight, because Mama looks good, baby.
Please welcome back to the show, Cheryl Lee Ralph, everybody. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Mama looks good in the clip. Mama looks good here.
Oh, God, I love you.
It's just wonderful.
Thank you very much.
I mean, always looks fantastic.
Thank
I'm so happy
you.
to have you back, and I'm so happy to have Abbott Elementary back. This is season 3, delayed.
Oh.
The delayed gratification.
Absolutely.
Everything was shut down because of the writer's strike and then
That's
the
right.
SAG strike. It just must be so lovely to be back with this wonderful cast.
Oh, my God. You know, it was so interesting. All of that time off, which was necessary.
Yes.
The strikes were worth it.
Absolutely.
Go
100%.
workers. Yeah. They were worth it. But to get back and just be there with the best cast on TV, oh! It is just a blessing, and I feel good every day. I don't know about that 5:30 in the morning call, but
They start you early. Let's be honest. They start you early,
very
and no
early.
respect for the fact that you're here in New York City right now. You're
Not
gonna
at
get on a
all.
flight after this. You're gonna go back to LA. Got to go to work tomorrow.
Gotta go to work tomorrow. But you have to know, Seth, I am making a great sacrifice being here with you today. Oh, I am. Because, Seth, there is a really big star guest starring on the show this week. They only had 3 hours. Just 3 hours.
Ah.
Hit it and quit it. And I said to them, guess what? I told Seth yes.
I'm already so disappointed that people are going to be watching this big star, and every person's going to be like, she chose Seth? I will say.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
You have to see Seth in a crowd. We were there at the Emmys, right? And when Seth is there, Seth is like a charming magnet.
Oh, thank you.
And all the guys, they all want to crowd around Seth and just look at Seth.
Oh.
And it's like, I want to be like Seth.
Oh, my God.
Seth is a good guy, and Seth is a good guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always known you are a fantastic actor, but to see what a great liar you are. Now, you said it's the best cast, and I truly believe it, and I am sometimes so jealous of the writers that get to write for performers like yourself. Mm-hmm. Barbara, your character, mixes up celebrity names. This was another gift you bestowed upon the writers. This is something you actually do. They heard you doing this and then gave it to the characters. Is this true?
Okay, I will just say this to you. When you hear the name Orlando Bloom, tell me you don't see big black football player.
I do, yeah.
Thank you.
It does seem like a left tackle. That does seem like a left tackle.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
when I knew for years that Darren Star was a young black influencer. I knew it. When I was introduced to Darren Star, I was like, well, where's Darren Star? I felt so bad to realize, oh my God, this is not the man I thought it was. But I come by it naturally and honestly, and those are my mistakes. And why it ended up in the show, But it was funny.
There you go. It is funny.
was funny.
It's funny every time.
Mm-hmm.
The season premiere is about Career Day. You
Yes.
did not, I would have assumed, based on your talents, that you knew at a young age acting was your path, but you actually thought maybe you were going to be a doctor.
You know, I'm an immigrant's child. And most immigrants, when their children are born in America, they want you to be great My mother was so shocked that Barack Obama was the first black president because she swore it was going to be me.
There you go. There you go. She had high hopes.
Oh, my God.
High hopes.
She just knew it was going to be me. So when I went to college, Rutgers, I was Thank you. Yes. Yes. On the banks of the old Raritan. So when I got to Rutgers, I was a pre-med student, right?
Okay.
And I thought this was going to be it. But do you know, when you're in these certain classes, okay, you have to dissect and cut things up.
Yes.
And there, placed in front of me, is a huge hare, H-A-R-E.
Okay.
Which is basically the Easter Bunny on steroids.
Did you get an Easter Bunny vibe off it?
Oh, my God. When I saw, well, actually, I saw this coat that I really wanted when I was small. But anyway, there it was on the tray, and they gave me my first scalpel in a nice blue velvet thing. And I took it out, and I was like, I am not cutting up the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
That's not happening. So I immediately leave that class, and I go straight to the registrar, and I am going to become a lawyer. Somehow, I get in the constitutional law class, and this lady, tiny little lady with her hair in a severe bun, and she just went on and on about the law.
It was a law class.
It was a law.
Okay.
And I was like, hell to the no, no, no. So when I went back after giving the commencement at Rutgers, they said, constitutional law? Tiny lady, hair in a severe bun? Was that Ruth Bader Ginsburg? They did the math, and they were like, Cheryl, you walked out on RBG. And I was like, oh, my God, yes, I did. But anyway, that's how it goes.
All worked out. And you
Touch me.
did. You
Yes.
did. By the way, you were not our first black president, but you did make a little bit of history. Talked about this before, but a couple years back, I presented you with the Emmy.
Yes,
me and
you
Amy
did.
Poehler for Best Supporting.
Yeah.
And this was, you were only the second, is that correct?
I was only the second black woman in 35 years.
In 35 years.
To be nominated and win. Yeah.
And then something very cool happened,
Yes.
which was, again, 2 in 35 years, and then 2 in 2 years, because this year you're nominated again, and our friend Io won, and
Yes.
you got to celebrate with her.
Yeah.
And you knew her, you worked with her. It must have been a very special thing.
You know something? My father would say this all the time. To be the first is wonderful. To be the second is great. But once there is the first and second, what does it mean if there's not a third?
There you go.
So I was very happy to be able to see her take that win. I was like, go, Io.
There you go.
Girl.
We're very lucky to have you at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year. You were our Mrs. Claus, and a role you were born to play.
I was.
Yes.
And I am. And I'm telling you, when you should have seen kids' faces when they saw me, they were like, oh my God. They were like, hi, lady. Oh my God. It was just so heartwarming. And adults were like, that's Shirley Ralph. That's Shirley Ralph. Oh, it was just the best day. And I didn't freeze too much either.
That's good. It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
There you go.
Well, but you see what I did, though, to Mrs. Claus?
What did
I had
you
to
do?
zhuzh her up. I said, cock that hat to the side, baby.
Yeah. Let's get a little style.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a little style. They have fashion in the North Pole, too.
Thank you.
What a delight to have you back. It is
Thank
always such a
you.
pleasure. Can't wait to see the new season.
Hi.
Shirley Ralph, everybody. Abbott Elementary. It's Wednesday nights on ABC. Be right back on the late night.